Hello, healers and health seekers. It's me, E. Chota, healing with medical medium information for 33 months now. If you want to know about my healing journey, what I'm healing from, the story as it happened, all of that is in the description box below. You can follow those links and learn more about me. Today, however, is What's Up Wednesday. And that is when I come in here and I make a video and I talk about my healing journey and what is going on with me. So let's do that. I have Muffins the pug in here with me today, and she just asked me to pick her up and hold her. This is Muffins the pug. This is her. She's a sweet, sweet baby. She's just gonna snuggle and hug me. Okay, my week. I have been eating raw this week. I have been getting up every day and writing down my daily menu and eating lots of raw food, and I mostly eat kind of the same thing every day because it's easy and I'm making other food for my family, so I don't really want to prepare a lot and it's easier for me to eat the way I eat. I've been having 32 ounces of lemon water in the morning, followed by 32 ounces of celery juice a half hour later, followed by the heavy metal detox smoothie, which is also 32 ounces. And then I'll have a chaga, and then I'll have spinach soup over cucumber noodles. Then I'll usually have 2 apple applesauce from the Liver Rescue book with dates and celery. And after that, a lot of times I'll have some kind of fruit snack like mandarins or bananas or a smoothie. And then for dinner, usually lately I've just been having a smoothie. So I'll have a smoothie with coconut water, spinach, and frozen bananas, and sometimes frozen mangoes. And that's usually what I eat. I want to have hibiscus tea, but I have not had it this week because I'm always tired by then, and it's all I can do to get the last food in me. So I end up going to bed before I can drink my hibiscus tea. So that's how I've been eating this week. And I've been packing, obviously. As you can see, this is the same place the camera is always pointed, but there is no shelf behind me and there's no plush because everything is packed up into bins and put away, and my video about moving while healing is coming. I'm working on editing that. So that has been like basically my main focus this week, is just kind of getting things packed up. And this weekend I broke one of my own rules, a couple of my own rules for packing while healing. So funny and ironic that I'm making a video with my tips about it and then broke my own rules about it. And one of those rules is really making sure to take breaks to support your adrenals and having adrenal snacks, making sure you're eating every 60 to 90 minutes, which for me and my blood sugar is crucial, and I need to do that. And I wasn't doing that. On Saturday, I waited way too long to have my lunch of spinach soup. Like I had my morning stuff, I had my lemon water, and I had my celery juice, and I had my heavy metal detox smoothie, and then after that, even while I was drinking my smoothie, I was already in here packing and getting things set up, and then I let it go way too long before I had my spinach soup. Now, I am a person who has discovered through much trial and error, I really need to keep my blood sugar stable by eating a good portion of food early in the day. So I need to eat that spinach soup after I have my heavy metal detox smoothie. Like I need to be on it or I will crash. I just need to keep my blood sugar stabilized. It's very important. And of course, because I didn't do that and I waited until like 3 o'clock to have my spinach soup, I did crash. And that was totally on me because I knew better and I didn't do better and I did crash. And then so Saturday night I was just kind of out of it. But then Sunday I was able to do more packing, which kind of surprised me. Again, since healing on this medical medium path, my recovery time has been so much faster when I do kind of crash. But I did also notice that in addition to having a little less energy, and Sunday I was able to pack, but I was pretty grumpy, and that always used to be the sign of a crash. Like if I would crash after something, either having a big reaction to something or a blood sugar issue or whatever, like whatever caused me to crash, grumpiness would be something that would show up. Like I would be really irritable and moody, and I would have mood swings and stuff like that. Now it's like a little bit grumpy, but it's such a departure from my usual demeanor that you can really tell. So I did notice, like, okay, so it's even though my recovery time is a lot faster, it is still troublesome to have that happen because I do have effects like of days afterwards. But I did come back from it, and I did take it as a lesson. Like, okay, I saw that happen. I saw what I did there, and just remember not to do it again. But that is definitely one of my rules, and it's in the video upcoming about my tips and tricks for moving is to support your adrenals. So yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens when I break my own rules. What else? Okay, well, things are getting packed. I mean, that has been my main focus, is packing and disassembling things and making sure we have details handled and just getting ready for this upcoming move, because the move is at the end of the month. We will be in the RV for, I don't know, a couple months maybe. And so I'll just show you what the room looks like right now. So here, I'll zoom out. Okay, so you can see it's just boxes and so many more boxes. On the other side, it's just bins and shelves. So as you can see, the room is it's just boxes, and everything is pretty much ready. And we still have a little bit to do in the main area, but we are on track and on schedule for how we wanted things to be at this point, and we're just kind of finalizing little packing details and just waiting until we can move the stuff into the RV that needs to be moved into the RV. But that's happening at the end of the month, so we've got a couple weeks. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I guess it's been about 3 weeks raw now, and I'm liking the higher energy levels, and it's actually, interestingly, it's getting to be a little easier to manage without cooked foods. And it's not that, I mean, I have had them a couple of times since I started being raw. It really is helping me to maintain my energy as long as I am really conscientious about eating copious amounts of food in the early part of the day. I shouldn't say copious amounts, but I really need to eat the bulk of my food earlier rather than later. You know how they say #goals, and my goals are to emulate Robbie Barbero and the way he eats, because he's really on it with his food and making sure he eats enough fruits and vegetables early in the day, so that, I should say fruits and leafy greens early in the day, so that his energy, because he always has like Energizer Bunny energy, and I'm like, what is that like? I want to experience that. I don't know. I've never experienced that, so I don't know what it's like. So I think I would like to at least come close, like to just be able to always feel like you can be on. But you need to, especially when you have blood sugar issues, you need to maintain that by eating a lot. And by a lot, I mean frequently, not like the quantity. It's just that you need to eat frequently and graze regularly so that you can keep your blood sugar levels up. And that's what I'm trying to do. It's always been a bit of a struggle for me to remember, because I get a little weird with time. Like, it's always been a struggle for me to remember to eat like every hour. And I probably just need to set an alarm for like every hour and say, eat now, eat now. Maybe I do. Maybe that really is what I need to do. Okay, so symptoms this week. Let's see. My sleep has been meh. I think it's been mostly good, but a little bit not as much, because I think it's hard because I'm thinking about the move and stuff like that. So I have had a lot of vivid dreams though. My dreams have been very vivid, and I feel almost like that is part of what interrupts my sleep, is that when my dreams are super vivid, I don't really feel very rested after I've slept, and working on that. I have also not been good about taking my supplements lately. I take all my tinctures, my herbs in tinctures, but I don't know what my deal is. It's like I just have not been taking my supplements, and I need to set some alarms in my phone and get on that. And I think that'll help me sleep too, because I take melatonin and magnesium, and those are great for sleep. Yeah, so I need to be better about my supplements. And I still have this plantar fasciitis. This is happening. Like, it's sticking around for a little while. And as long as I massage it and rotate it, there's like exercises you can do for it and stuff, it's kind of okay. And during the day, it doesn't really bother me. It's only like right when I get up in the morning after I've been sleeping. But it is annoying. Things that have improved, I have edema in my feet that I have had for a really long time, particularly in my right ankle, which I think is the ankle I broke most recently. I've actually fractured both of my ankles at different times in my life, and sometimes I forget. Like, I think one of them I fractured twice, and then one I've only fractured once, and I don't remember which is which. But the right one, which I believe is the one I broke most recently, has had just this constant edema in it. It went down initially when I first found Medical Medium and started eating healing foods, but then it went back up, and it just kind of vacillates every now and again. It gets way worse in the summer. It really swells in the summer, and usually in the winter it goes down a little bit. But since I've been eating raw, it has gone down a lot, which is delightful. It's still there, but it's not as bad, because it would sort of feel like a stuffed sausage. Like, it just felt like my skin was stretching really tight because it would fill up with water, and it just was painful. Not painful, but uncomfortable. Like, it just felt tight. So that's been going down, and that's a relief. There still is this one, my left ankle will go down all the way, but then my right ankle will still have this sort of, like, it almost looks like a softball or sort of like a flattened water balloon or something, like around my ankle. It's almost like a sort of donut-ish around my ankle because that is the one that I broke, and so I just find that very interesting that edema stays there in that spot. I should say that's the one I broke most recently, which, when I say recently, this was in, I don't know, 2010 maybe? 2011? So like 8 or 9 years ago. I'm curious to see what long-term, no fat, no salt raw is going to do for it, because I really don't expect it to have just disappeared in 3 weeks. It would be amazing, but I know it's going to take some time, and I'm fine with that. I'm just curious, how's it going to be? You know, edema, it's one of those symptoms that, while it's semi-bothered me when I was in the crux of my chronic illness, it's just kind of one of those things that was like irritating, but I didn't really have time to notice it because I had other symptoms that were so much bigger and more pressing and affected my life so much more. And so I didn't think that very much about the edema. Like, I noticed it. It's not that I didn't notice it, but I didn't really give it a whole lot of attention or thought. But now that I've healed so many of my bigger symptoms, and I've healed even so many of smaller symptoms, it has my attention now. And so I'm like, hey, let's get this healed, I hope. And obviously that is healing my liver, and as my lymphatic system heals, and as I'm able to do more rebounding and just any exercise more, that's going to help greatly. Movement, help my lymphatic system move out and help get the stuff out of my liver. So it's happening. It's just something I'm noticing this week. Like, oh, it went down a little bit, but it's still very pronounced around my ankle. That has been my week in food and symptoms. And how are you doing, my healers and health seekers? I want to know. Tell me in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you so much for joining me on my healing journey. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up below. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can hit the subscribe button over there, and you can ding the bell next to it if you want to be notified when I post a new video. Remember to stay curious, my healers and health seekers. I love you so much. So many blessings on your continued healing journey, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.